On a glorious journey to great academic heights, you need a university that will guarantee you hopes of employment without sweltering in a pool of job hunts. I present to you Ndejje University. We are an Anglican university endowed with 3 state-of-the-art campuses in Luero Bombo, the Graduate School in Rubaga, and the Kampala campus along Balintuma Road behind Mengo Hospital. With well-coordinated learning programs ranging from day, evening, weekend, in-service and e-learning, the globally recognized university offers job market competing courses that will surely light your academic path. Our various undergraduate and graduate programs include Business Administration and Management, Engineering and Survey, Basic Sciences and Information Technology, Education, Environment and Agricultural Sciences, Arts, Health Sciences, and many more. With accreditation by the National Council of Higher Education, we now offer a diploma in clinical medicine and community health. We as well take pride in some courses sponsored by the Higher Education Students Financing Board for a loan scheme that will not get you worried of tuition as you pursue your dream. Come ready for an academic adventure on great facilities of learning. You can visit our website on www.ndejjeuniversity.ac.ug. Ndejje University, the fear of God brings knowledge and wisdom.
Would you like to help solve the development challenges facing our country? Come to Ndejje University and learn to create self-sustaining projects for your future. Our expert lecturers are ready to equip you to become an engineer to design effective processing machines, or an agribusiness entrepreneur to implement such technologies for food processing, or even a software developer to create mobile apps that can help market the products. We even provide you with the entrepreneurship skills to effectively manage the value chain in your line of business. And all that action happens on an area spanning 700 acres with the best facilities on 2 campuses in Luero and Mango, serving both undergraduate and postgraduate courses. We also have courses sponsored by the Higher Education Student Loan Scheme. Apply online at admissions.ndu.ac.ug. or pick applications from any of our campuses. Call the numbers below for inquiries. Ndejje University. Come experience a holistic approach to learning.
This week.
Did you know that women empowerment is defined in several ways? Did you know that parenting is twice the stress, but twice the love, the hug, and the pride? Here I am to bring you the woman of valor, where ladies are proposing that parenting is not a life full of struggles, but a journey for the stronger ones.
Those who are married, let love stay, because once it is disintegrated, the foundation is destroyed.
Catch me every Thursday at 19 hours here at Ndejje University TV with Joe and Peace.
Welcome to Ndejje University Television. My name is LONA, KASASA Jemima, and this is live at 8. Here are the news in details. Thank you very much, Anselm. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has urged the people of Somalia to consider building a people's national army with the correct ideology for peace for defending their country. He said this while he was in a meeting with the President of Somalia, Sheikh Hassan Mohammed, at the State House in Entebbe. Sarah Trouble has this story.
During a meeting with the visiting President of the Federal Republic of Somalia at State House Entebbe, President Museveni urged the people of Somalia that, like the Uganda People's Defense Forces, an army should be built on voluntarism to protect the state so that in future the country can raise resources to pay the soldiers. He added that this will enable Somalia, which is 3 times bigger than Uganda, to recruit enough manpower to defend and liberate the country so that it's able to collect taxes and pay salaries. The visiting President of the Federal Republic of Somalia, His Excellency Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, who finished his tour of duty in Uganda on Monday, informed General Museveni that because of peace ushered in by the Uganda People's Defense Forces and other peace-contributing countries, Somalia has been able to recruit a good number of community defense forces who are now able to defend their area under the direct supervision of the Somali National Army. His Excellency Hassan Sheikh Mohamud and his Ugandan counterpart also discussed issues of mutual concern, including an upcoming conference of troop-contributing countries in Kampala, focusing on Somalia's fight against international terrorism. While in Uganda, President Hassan, alongside his Ugandan counterpart, witnessed the passing out of 2,900 trainees for the Somali National Army, who successfully concluded their 4-month special-based military training at the Special Mission Training Center in Bulisa district. In attendance were, among others, Ministers for Defense of both countries, Uganda's Vincent Bamulanga Kisempija and Somalia's Abdul Kadir Mohamed Noor. President Museveni thanked the visiting president for coming to Uganda and later bid him farewell back home. Sarah Chirabo, live at 8.
President Museveni has continued to sensitize the political class about the value addition to Uganda's raw materials in order to increase the country's revenue and job creation. Let's have a look.
In a meeting held at State House Entebbe, the president told the National Resistance Movement parliamentary regional whips that coffee, cotton, maize, milk, forest products, and minerals are some of the commodities that should not be exported raw but rather processed to fetch higher incomes for the country. The president further said that the continued export of unprocessed products had not only made Ugandans lose money but also jobs. The meeting was also attended by a consortium of 15 companies dealing in the production and export of coffee, whose leader Nelson Tugume told the president that about $10 million, approximately 75 billion Ugandan shillings, is needed in the first phase to export that required quality and quantity of processed coffee to the Balkan states and other markets that have opened as a result of quarrel between Russia and the West. The president also said that the dairy industry was transformed from zero in 1989 to now $3.8 billion, and the export portion is $106 million, which is a step in the right direction to ensure vertical and horizontal integration. The meeting was attended by, among others, the Prime Minister, Right Honorable Robina Nabanja, the Government Chief Whip, Honorable Hamson Obwa, and the Attorney General, Chiriowa Chiwanuka. Anselm Ojaru, live at 8.
21st March is World Forestry Day and is dedicated to creating awareness and protection of all forests. This year's theme being forests and health, today we take a look at the importance of the health ecosystems to our daily lives. Let's have more.
Every year, March 21st is celebrated as International Day of Forests to raise awareness about the importance of forests and trees for biodiversity. In the year 2012, the United Nations General Assembly established the International Day of Forests. While commemorating the International Day of Forests 2023 under the theme Forests and Health, the Senior Forestry Officer Luwero District, Mr. Deo Mujumbi, has called on citizens to restore and protect the available trees.
Landscape cover or vegetation cover, it means we can now have good health. When you have good forest health or tree health around, you are able to have good water drainage systems. There is less interference with the hydrological system when the upper layers are not interfered with. But once the landscape has been disturbed, then also the hydrological system is disturbed, and also the water health is disturbed, human health is also disturbed, animal health is disturbed, everything is disturbed. You can see there are so many pests and diseases coming up for different crops, for people, for animals, just because of the degraded environment. So the importance of this day, International Day of Forests, is create awareness to all of us to know of the importance of sustainably managing the trees that we have, and not only that, but also adding or restoring what has been destroyed.
According to the district officer, trees greatly impact the health of people through provision of oxygen.
In simple terms, or in brief, forests are the lung of the earth. The earth can only breathe if it has the lungs, and the lungs are the trees or the forests. To break down that phrase, when there are no trees, you don't have oxygen. If we could slightly remember during the COVID 2019, people were buying oxygen very expensively, and I think maybe very few people could afford to take on the cost of oxygen during COVID-19. But God has provided us with all this natural oxygen, and it is all from the trees, most of it. And that means the trees and forests are very critical for our life.
Forests are crucial for the ecosystem and our survival. It regulates the climate, purifies air and water, and provides food, medicine, and other resources.
To survive. Again, when you look at forests as the lung of the earth, wherever there is a tree planted, it means the soil is also being rejuvenated. Soil fertility, soil water moisture is all being conserved, and that one refreshes the soil that has been depleted. If you check well around the trees, you'll find this, the soil is more fertile than where there are no trees. And that means it is being replenished. It is being rejuvenated.
Healthy forest ecosystems produce and conserve soil and stabilize stream flows and water runoff, preventing land degradation and desertification, and reducing the risks of natural disasters such as droughts, floods, and landslides.
If we don't have the oxygen that can help us to survive. Again, when you look at forests as the lung of the earth, wherever there is a tree planted, it means the soil is also being rejuvenated. Soil fertility, soil water moisture is all being conserved, and that one refreshes the soil that has been depleted. If you checked well around the trees, you'll find this, the soil is more fertile than where there are no trees. And that means it is being replenished. it is being rejuvenated.
The government of Uganda has put strategies across the country, such as the farm-supported programs, in order to protect and conserve the natural environment.
Is not sleeping. Government has interventions under forestry, under environment, under water, under meteorology. All those interventions have been there. Today in Luero, we have FAO-supported forestry programs, food and agriculture organization-supported programs to do with rehabilitation of forests, to support the sustainable charcoal production, to also give grants for people who want to do management plan for their forests.
The history of the International Day of Forests can be traced back to 1971, when the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations established World Forestry Day. The day was established to create and raise awareness of the importance of forests for the people and the planet. In 2011, the United Nations declared the year 2011 to 2020 as the International Decade of Forests. Its objective was to promote sustainable management, conservation, and development of all types of forests. In the year 2012, the International Day of Forests was established. Sala Chirabo, Anselm Ojaru, live at 8.
The annual guild elections that normally take place during the second semester have set off with the first exercise of electing the Electoral Commission, which will then be followed by receiving applications from the different contestants for the guild cabinet positions. Anselm Ojaru has this story.
On 20th March, Ndejje University Guild Cabinet 2022-2023 was dissolved and a new electoral commission was elected at the main campus in Luero by the Guild Council representatives.
So when the government is dissolved, we have caretaker government that runs the election together with the electoral commission, which is elected by the GRC. So the two work hand in hand to ensure that they handle elections and usher in a new government.
The Guild Representative Council at the university will be elected by faculty at both campuses.
Candidates on various positions normally have elections for GRCs, that is the Guild Representative Council, and in Ndejje University, those are elected on the basis of faculties. So each faculty is represented by two GRCs. So since we have two campuses, we normally have two GRCs for each faculty at main campus and also two GRCs for each faculty at Kampala campus. As per our guild constitution, we normally have elections for both campuses. And for main campus, as the constitution dictates, the guild president of Ndejje University comes from the main campus, but the guild president does not only campaign at the main campus. You campaign at both campuses, both main and Kampala. The vice guild president comes from the Kampala campus, but the vice guild president also campaigns in both campuses because it is just the geographical location, but it is still Ndejje University.
Since the university has two campuses and have resident students at the main campus, the resident students are also entitled to elect their chair lady and the chairman.
So when we elect the GRCs, elections are on different dates. For instance, GRCs are elected on different dates, and then we have also other positions like chairman mains wing. Chairman mains wing is a position which is unique to only main campus because the main campus has resident students, which is a resident campus. So the chairman mains wing is the one in charge of all the gents who reside within the University Hall of Residences. Then we also have the chair lady who is in charge of all the ladies who are resident students. So that one will also take place. Then we shall also have the climax of the elections is the election of the vice president and the president, which will happen on 14th and 15th of April next month.
The election process will also include the open-air campaign, which is held at both campuses.
On Tuesday, immediately, we start with receiving applications because we shall have the electoral commission in place. We shall receive applications for a period of 1 week. Then we shall have finally the nominations. Nomination is not everyone who applies qualifies. because our constitution is very clear. For instance, if you are a disciplined student, you don't qualify. If you want to stand for guild president in Ndejje University, you have ever got a retake before, you don't qualify, because we expect that you should be academically sound. If you have ever got retakes before you became a guild president, that means you will get more retakes because of the task ahead of you. You will be representing the students in various at various levels within Uganda and outside the country. So we expect you to be academically sound. And our constitution guides us on issues to do with Christians. You must be a Christian. This is an Anglican-founded institution. So we expect you to be a Christian who subscribes to Anglican faith for you to be a guild president in Ndejje University. And you must have been baptized. So you can't be a Christian along the way. You should be baptized, and we verify all those. That makes you qualify to be nominated.
However, the election process is handled by the Electoral Commission with guidance of the Office of the Dean of Students.
The Office of the Dean of Students, where I work, we just coordinate this on behalf of management, but there is the Electoral Commission elected, and it is purely independent. For us, we only guide them and help them see what is right and all that, but election matters is handled purely by that body, which is Electoral Commission. It is composed of 3 positions. It has the chairman, Electoral Commission, and a vice chairman, and the chairman comes from main campus by the constitution, by guild constitution. The chairman comes from main campus, the vice chairman comes from Kampala campus. Then the treasurer comes from main campus, then the secretary from Kampala campus, for purposes of balancing power. Some positions are distributed to Kampala and others this side.
According to the coordinator of guild elections at Ndejje University, the whole election process is in the hands of the caretaker government, who works hand in hand with the Electoral Commission to see the success of the guild elections.
Normally we have our elections, so it runs for 2 days, because we have the regular students who study on weekdays and the weekend students. So on the 14th, it will be a Friday. So that will be for both main campus and Kampala campus for regular students on day program. Then the following day, we have elections only strictly at Kampala campus for weekend students. So normally in Ndejje University, you cannot know whether you have really truly won elections on day 1. No, so many in the previous elections, there are those who celebrated early. Then the next day you find the other person has overtaken you, depending on the strategy on weekends. So our guild president is always declared on the 2nd day after counting and adding and tallying all the ballots. And then that's when we can know who is the eventual winner.
Being a university with Christian values which believes in fair election basing on merit, the institution does not allow affiliations to any political party.
There are some specific do's and don'ts that we put in place. For instance, we do not expect any manner of violent conduct from any camp. For instance, if you already nominated, you will have groups who are supporting you. But we still expect you to behave in a manner that is acceptable within our rules and regulations. Another issue is we don't expect you to ally to any political party. In Ndejje University, we believe on merit, that you come and present yourself on individual merit and you are elected. We don't expect you to belong to any political party, because we know that when you present yourself with your credentials, you can be elected. So we don't subscribe to any partisan politics. We don't expect students to come and say, I belong to this party, the other party. They are not allowed. And we don't expect any member of a political party, non-national figure, to come and campaign for a particular candidate. That one is not acceptable in Ndejje University.
Ndejje University released a tentative program for this year's Guild election. According to the program, the election for Chief Fresher, Chief Freshest, and Chair Lady will be held on 5th April 2023 at both campuses. The elections of the Guild Representative Councils for day program at both main and Kampala campuses will be held on 3rd April 2023 according to the program. Anselm Ojaro, live at 8.
It is well in accordance with the proceedings.
And in sports today, Uganda's Badminton Super League is set to resume this weekend with 6 exciting matches that are scheduled to take place at Lugogo MTN Arena. Let's have more.
On Saturday, March 25th, the Uganda Badminton League Super League will resume with 6 exciting matches to be played at the Lugogo MTN Arena. The day's fixtures will see all clubs playing their 3rd matches, and it promises to be an action-packed day of badminton. The first match of the day will feature Victoria University Wasps taking on Mbogo High School Warriors. The Wasps will be looking to continue their impressive form and maintain their unbeaten record in the league. On the other hand, the Warriors will be looking to bounce back from their defeat in their previous match and get their season back on track. In the second match, Ndejje University Badminton Club will take on CFK Patriots Badminton Club. Ndejje University currently tops the table with 4 points and will be looking to extend their lead at the top. However, CFK Patriots will be a tough opponent and will be hoping to cause an upset. The third match will see Kampala Badminton Club A taking on Kampala Badminton Club B in an all-Kampala affair. The two teams have had a mixed start to the season, with Kampala Badminton Club A currently sitting in 3rd place with 2 points, while Kampala Badminton Club B is yet to pick up a point. The Corporate League will also have 3 exciting matches played on the same day. The first match will see Entebbe Institute Badminton Club take on Equity Bank. The second match will feature Mbogo High School Warriors taking on State House Badminton Club, while the third match will see Kampala Badminton Club Corporate taking on CFK Badminton Club Corporate. The Uganda National Super League is shaping up to be a highly competitive tournament, with Ndejje University and Victoria University Wasps leading the pack with 4 points each. Kampala Badminton Club A and Mbogo High School Warriors are close behind with 2 points each. The CFK Patriots Badminton Club and Kampala Badminton Club B are yet to secure any points. The Corporate League is also heating up, with Entebbe Institute Club and the CFK Corporate Badminton Club tied at the top with 4 points each. Mbogo High Warriors and Kampala Badminton Club Corporate are closely following with 2 points each. State House Badminton Club and Equity Bank are yet to secure any points in the league. However, the Schools League will not be played on the 25th of March, as schools are going for the school national qualifiers. In the National Boys Schools League, Kakungulu Memorial School, Chinawa High School and Chibuli SS are currently tied at the top with 2 points each. St. Michael International, Namilyango College and Chinawa High School Mugongo are yet to score any points. In the National Girls Schools League, Mbogo High School, Lugaba Girls and Mbogo High School Junior are leading the table with 2 points each. St. Michael International, Chinawa High School Mugongo and Chinawa High School Kawempe are yet to score any points. Sala Chirabo, Arisharan Kiranda, live at 8.
Thank you very much for watching. This has been Live at 8. Until tomorrow, same time, same station. Have a lovely day.